What's going on, everybody? So I've been reading um, a lot of Neville Goddard recently. Neville Goddard. So I kind of go back and forth between doing like I obviously read a lot of Abraham Hicks, read a lot of like Wallace D. Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich. But what I'll usually do is I read them in like, I'll read one for who knows, a couple weeks, and then I'll move on and I'll read another one for another couple weeks. And it's like, it's funny because they're all almost giving the same information, but they say it in different ways. And so to me, that's kind of cool to be able to see things from another perspective, so to speak, because that's something that we need to be open to, is obviously different types of perspectives and how we can create our own life by choosing our perspectives and things like that. Hey, what's going on? I see people joining us now. Finally seeing the comments. Everybody hear me okay? How's everybody doing? Awesome sauce. Yeah, so this is the first live I'm doing on the channel. I figured why not? Why not? Let's do it. I figure I go through, share some things that I'm kind of learning right now. I got my Kindle here. Because obviously I learn just as you guys learn through, daily studies and things of the law of attraction and the universe and everything like that. I learn new things every day. Make sure I study it every day, try new things every day, and then share things with you that have worked for myself or I've seen that work with others. And so what I was saying at the beginning, for those of you just joining us, looking good, thank you. Yes, hello. Is I've been reading a lot of Neville Goddard recently, and old school law of attraction teacher. It's funny because let me grab my. A lot of you guys know that this is my favorite book, The Science of Getting Rich. This is actually one of the original copies from 1910 or something. Well, they didn't, this is what I guess the book looked like in 1910. The original copy, it's like all leather and I don't know, super fancy. But yeah, this book was written in like 1910, and it talks about the law of attraction and how you can, how getting rich or attracting the things that you want is something that you should strive for. A lot of the times we hear, that you shouldn't want money or you shouldn't want your desires and how dare you for wanting things. But this book basically says like, no, by you getting the things that you want, like you make this world a better place, right? And by you making this universe a better place, by you getting your desire, everybody benefits. Everybody benefits. So by you getting your desire, by you getting rich, by you getting the awesome car you want or the physical change that you want, you become a more expanded version of yourself, and therefore the universe expands in the process since you are an extension of the universe. And so as I've been saying on the videos, like everybody wins, everybody wins. So love this book. But there's another author, and his name is Neville Goddard, who wrote a book about 10 years after this one, or I've been writing books about 10 years after that one. And he talks about living in the end result. Obviously, you guys know all about living in the end, because that's all I talk about on the channel, or a lot about the channel, is if you really want your desire, you got to live in the wish fulfilled already, right? Live in the wish fulfilled. So live in the state now that you are the ideal height that you want to be, that you do have the amount of money that you want to have, that you are married to that specific person. You have to live in that state now and feel it so much that becomes your new almost truth in your reality. And when that becomes your new truth, that basically the mind's eye, the imagination that you put on your desire, it will reflect in the outer world. He even talked about like you should be so intertwined with your imagination so much and believe it so much that when you open your eyes and you just see the 3D reality, you almost are shocked that, wait, this is my actual reality, because this image in your mind is so crystal clear. So I love that. I love going through that stuff. What about you guys? Do you guys read any law of attraction books, or do you have any favorite authors? Maybe stuff that I can read too, because I'm always trying to read and learn more. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Or maybe other people you watch on YouTube. I don't know, movies, anything? Going once, going twice? Abraham Hicks. I love Abraham Hicks. Yeah, Abraham. So I first discovered obviously the movie The Secret when I was first learning about the law of attraction. I think a lot of us, um, get hooked at first on The Secret, and then Power of Subconscious. I want to read that one too, Joseph Murphy. I'll come back to that Joseph Murphy book. Um, and so yeah, watching The Secret and stuff, and that's how I kind of got hooked on the law of attraction. And then later on, when I was looking up quotes on The Secret, this is back about 4 years ago now. I stumbled upon Abraham Hicks. I was like, who is Abraham? What is this? It's a dude. Is it Abraham Lincoln? Who is this? And then obviously found out more and got absolutely hooked. And so everything that I initially learned about the law of attraction came from Abraham Hicks, and that's when my life really started to change from, kind of just living day to day, just kind of bogging through my life, just into realizing that we could transform our reality and make it everything that we want it to be, match up to the vibrational frequency of what we want, feel good as much as we can, and those good feeling thoughts, those gratitude feeling thoughts, match up to the frequency of attracting more of that into our experience. So yes, Abraham Hicks, love it. I will always talk about Abraham Hicks forevermore. Because their message is powerful. The Joseph Murphy I need to get into. I have not read any of his books before, and especially about the subconscious mind and stuff like that. Like I was saying, the Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy talks a lot about Neville Goddard's work through the subconscious and things like that, and manifesting through the subconscious and manifesting before sleep, which of course is a very powerful thing to do. So yeah, thank you for that suggestion. I will definitely jump into that. Yeah, The Secret, awesome. Yeah, so good, awesome. Like I said, all the time I'm learning, and I think that's a big thing. I have a book here. This isn't really a law of attraction book, but it's by John Cena. If you guys know John Cena, but it says be a work in progress, right? Be a work in progress. So don't ever think that you know everything or you're complete in everything. Just know that you always need to learn, and that's basically the process of life, is constantly learning, and never being satisfied, right? Because all the time someone will bring something up from a new perspective, right? And sometimes we need that new perspective in order to even something that we've learned and heard so many times, when we hear it from a different perspective, sometimes it changes the way we see it. So I love that book because it reminds me that always got to be a work in progress. Never be satisfied. What's up? Hey. More people coming in. We're going on 8 minutes now, guys. 8 minutes. How do you like the background here? I've been trying to experiment with a little more backgrounds. Obviously, I've done like one video outside, which I like to do. It's just, it gets busy out there sometimes. So people will walk by me and start talking, and their dogs will be barking, and it's like, okay, well, now you just ruined it. No. But yeah, so I was like, let me open the window so at least you could see, part of the lake outside and part of the trees and things like that. So thank you. You like the view. Perfect. Yeah, no, thank you as well. Okay, so I'll try to do more kind of videos like this with Carl Jung books. I'll mess up head with a high dose of reality. Okay, Carl Jung. Haven't touched on him. Touched on him in college. I remember reading about Carl Jung in college, but I will jot him down. I need to do Joseph Murphy and Carl Jung. I'll remember that to do that. But yes, sorry. I will do more videos like this with the view. Thank you. I will do some more height videos. I know that is everybody wants more height videos. Here's the thing about the height videos. I've done like 50, 60 height videos. And I know everybody likes them. But I want to also give a little variety for the channel as well. So that's why I've created little playlists for like height, so you could go in and watch all 50 videos and do the meditations and all those things. And yes, I'll still post, but I want to try to bring the channel into full circle so we can bring more people into our Epic Viber community who might not have the desire to grow taller, because obviously not everybody has that desire to grow taller, but has the desire to attract other things in life. So we will do that. What was that? Affirmations. We'll do some, I can do some, yeah, creating affirmations and things like that. We can do that. Um, let's see. I keep thinking my height goal to myself. Not talk about it with anyone is a good idea. Should I tell somebody about it? That's up to you. If you, sorry, the question was, I have a height goal in mind and I'm keeping it to myself. Should I share with somebody else or keep it to myself? That depends is if you think in any way it will alter your vibration negatively. And what I mean by that is if you start telling other people and those other people, especially if you're trying to live in the end or live in the wish fulfilled that, hey, I am my ideal height now. But if you start telling people like, hey, I'm manifesting height, like this is my ideal height now, like I am 6'1" now, even though you're, whatever, 5'8", whatever it is. And they kind of spread a bad vibe to you, like, yeah, sure, no, it's not working, none of this stuff, we can take that energy off of them, right? And that can sometimes mess up our desire, like our alignment in that thought. So just be mindful. It's not, you can definitely share with people, but just make sure they are people that are close to you, that you can vibe with on the same wavelength, that won't mess up what you already have going on, the progress that you've made so far in your vibration. So good question. And that's with any manifestation I see. I don't a lot share my manifestations with people. A lot of my close friends don't really follow the law of attraction, right? So when they hear about manifesting with your mind and that's kind of wild for them. So I don't really share because I don't want to attract any of those confusing thoughts. Again, I don't watch a lot of news or anything like that, any negativity that would drag me down. The only person I really share my manifestation with is my wife, because she does the same thing. She's loves the law of attraction and loves to manifest. So be careful who you share your goals and things with. But yes, great question. Great question. What else? What else? What else? What else? Where's most of you from that are coming? I know there's a big group from India. Anybody from India? Thank you. I'm beautiful. I see India. I see there's a lot of people from Canada, Iran. Very nice. Argentina. I was going to say Argentina is another one that I've seen a lot of. Like in YouTube, you can go into the settings and see like what percentage is from where. And I think like 30 something percent is India, and then we got like 20% from the United States. We've got Canada's a big one, Argentina's a big one, Europe, Pakistan. Awesome. Everybody, look at us from all around the world coming together. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's the nice thing about the platform of YouTube, right? Is we can put out one message and it can come to as many people as we want. So that's fantastic. Yeah, mostly you're here from India. Yeah, good old India. No, that's fantastic. That's awesome. I notice a lot of these channels on manifestation and things like that. A lot of people from India, which is fantastic, because I think India, I think a lot of other countries should be open like India is to learning this stuff to manifest, because some people just turn their back from it altogether. This idea that how powerful our minds are and things like that. It's quite sad, because I think the world as a whole, again, if we all band together for the greater good of our universe and things like that, we can create, I think, just a much better world altogether. But that's going deep into who knows what. But all right. Current height, I am 6'1". I think current age, someone said I'm 31. 31. Yes. I must have a Discord server. Don't know what that is. Do I think the government wants to hide the law of attraction? Yeah, it's interesting because you don't see it in mainstream media, right? I do believe there are certain people that know how to utilize it, and don't share with others. And I think those people don't find success. And I think the success that we might see them having is not real success, so to speak. It's kind of, a mask, so to speak, for the truth, because I don't think you can live a complete, full, and expansive life without sharing what you know with others. Because again, when you share what you've learned, especially when it comes to manifestation or the results that you've gotten, again, you share with others, others utilize it, they become better as well, they can express themselves more as well. Everybody wins, right? It all comes back to switching out of this mind of competitiveness and into more of a creative mindset, which again is what they talk about in, where's it at? There it is. Science of Getting Rich. Switching from competitive to not being so competitive. Just create what you want, and understand that there is no competition. There's plenty for everybody to go around, plenty of anything for anybody to go around. And pretty much, if there would ever be supplies that we would run low on, the universe would replenish. And I think that's what's very, very, very important to understand. Pineal gland meditation for height, it says. Yeah. Usually my meditations for height have to do with just affirmations, because definitely getting you to a relaxed state and then pressing the affirmations on the subconscious mind. Because again, when we can start living in that end result, start believing that we are the ideal height we want to be, it has to happen, right? It has to happen. There's no other way to do it. And when a belief is just a thought that we keep thinking, what happens? We keep thinking these affirmations and keep doing them over and over and over and over again. And especially when we're in the relaxed state that we're in, that's going to go straight into our subconscious mind. And so, again, whatever change you want physically, whether it's height, whether it's anything, when you start believing that you are before you actually are, that's when the results come. And I definitely get that sometimes it's hard to hold that place of that wish being fulfilled. But the more you practice it, the more you continue to affirm it, the absolute easier and easier and easier and easier it becomes to do. And again, it really becomes kind of your natural state of being. Like, you just live knowing that I am my ideal height now. Even when this reality around us doesn't say, it's like you tune out the objective reality or the 3D reality. You tune it out because you're just so in alignment and belief with your manifestation, with the height that you desire. And once that belief is just on your side altogether, that's when the Abraham Hicks, when the Neville Goddards, when all these people say, once your belief of the reality that you want outshines the external reality, the manifestation must take place. Must take place. So, guys, I'm gonna go and see a movie here in 2 minutes. I'm gonna go see The Quiet Place Part 2. Did anybody see The Quiet Place Part 2 yet? I'm scared out of my wits. My wife does not want to go with me, so I have to go by myself. Probably be the only one in the theater because it's an afternoon movie. So yes, that will be interesting. That'll be interesting. What state do I live in? I live in the state of Florida. Florida. Municipal, yes. Yes, this is the Mark Wahlberg brand. Been watching his documentary and stuff on there. Do I believe in God? Yes, I definitely do. I believe in, whatever word you had for it, God, the higher power, the universe. But yes, I believe there is one thinking substance, one source from which all things are made, and we are an extension of that source. So therefore, I know it rubs a lot of people the wrong way, but in a sense, like, we are God, you are God, we are the universe. So Thank you. Yes, it's 8:30 p.m. It's almost 11 a.m. here. Maybe it is 11 a.m. there. So yes, I will definitely make more height videos for you guys. I'll bring that out. Maybe I'll do another height meditation soon. I'm gonna do a hair growth meditation. Somebody's been requesting a hair growth meditation, so I'm actually in the middle of doing that and putting together the affirmations and things for that. So that'll drop soon. Today, and I do it. This is an Eastern time, but today at 3:15 p.m. Eastern time. So for those of you not in this time zone, sorry, you have to figure it out for yourself. I have a Abraham Hicks releasing resistance meditation that I created. It's my voice, not Abraham Hicks' voice, but inspired by Abraham Hicks, I should say. That's going to drop today. So if you are experiencing resistance around your manifestations, the contradicting thoughts, the stress, the worrisome, the where is it, where's my manifestation, listen to this meditation, preferably before you go to bed or in the morning. And the funny thing about this is this meditation is it doesn't really mention the law of attraction at all, because that's the idea, especially with Abraham Hicks. What they talk about is just calming resistance means stopping your thoughts. And so basically in this meditation, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on breathing. We're going to focus on physical sensations of the body. We're basically going to take a step out of our mind altogether and put all our attention on the physical sensations and stop our thoughts. And when we stop our thoughts, we allow for what Abraham Hicks calls the energy that creates worlds to flow through us. So that's going to drop today for you. That's today. If anybody in a different time zone, you might get it tomorrow. But yes, you can listen to High Increase Manifestations for as 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Just start doing it. Just start doing it. All right. And again, those affirmations for however long you have to do will start seeping into the subconscious mind, however long you have to do. So guys, I'm going to go to my movie. I'll do another live next week. I'll try to do Thursday if Thursday works for everybody. Thank you. Namaste for joining me today. And let's see, have a marvelous day, and I'll see you in the next live. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. All the epic vibers out there, you guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Positive vibes, guys. Best wishes.